So Scheherazade, I think, is one of my favorite solos as a concertmaster. I think it's probably in everyone's top 5 or top 3 of solos that you get to play with a great orchestra. Part of the joy and also maybe part of the challenge of playing a solo like Scheherazade is trying to improvise the kind of feelings and the colors and the characters in the music on a daily basis. I feel like the timing of the chord and the harp, the kind of the way that it can feel on any given day can inspire you to really go for something new and kind of surprise yourself in the moment and really trying to make it as spontaneous as possible. There's so many opportunities throughout the piece to kind of make it feel unique and feel special to that day. And I like to think that when she was telling these stories to stay alive, she probably used techniques like that to keep the story fresh and interesting and really try to captivate the listener. And that's really, I think, the goal of playing these solos, is to try to captivate the audience in a way that makes them think about how beautiful this piece is.
A week featuring a solo such as Scheherazade versus one without?
For me, preparing for a week where there's a big feature solo such as Scheherazade, I think it does involve a little bit more actual practice, whereas in some other cases, I think there's a lot of score study, there's a lot of kind of figuring out where the ensemble is. But something like Scheherazade, where there are really moments where you're just kind of on your own to tell the story and to kind of hopefully give this message to the audience, what you're trying to say. I think you really have to put some thought into parameter, a certain set of options, so that you have, you're ready to kind of improvise and be spontaneous in that moment. So I think there's a little bit more thought to what to do, what bowings to use, what kind of colors to go for. And I think it does require a little bit more time just with the instrument rather than in front of a score, for example.
Of your role as concertmaster here at the film?
I think I'm one of the lucky people that really loves my job. Coming to work every day with amazing colleagues and in an amazing space, and just making beautiful music as you're living. I couldn't dream of anything more enjoyable. And I think my favorite part of being concertmaster of the New York Philharmonic is how we come together every week, every day, to make music together, to kind of share in this vision of whatever we're playing. And it could be something completely new, brand new piece written for us, like never been played for a single minute, or it could be something like Scheherazade that is kind of like a favorite of many audience members and orchestra musicians alike. So I think just being together and being part of this amazing group is a true joy.
Do you secretly ever dream of playing a different instrument in the orchestra?
I think about what it might be like to play in different sections. Like sometimes I'll sneak out on stage and sit in the back where the trumpets are, or where the percussion section sets up. And I feel like the view of the audience in the hall is so different there from my normal spot. And it's such a interesting thing to think about. Not even the instrument, I'm just even talking about the placement of where you are in the hall. And I think if I did have to choose another instrument, it would probably be like a clarinet or a trumpet, something that is very often in a solo role, I would say. So you really have a chance to kind of hear your color and kind of have some say in the character of the music making.
In your role as concertmaster? If so, how do you overcome it?
I think nerves is something we as musicians deal with on a daily basis. It certainly helps that we are on stage maybe 4 times a week, something like that. So just being on stage a lot, you kind of learn how to handle it. But for me, really, the trick, I think, to not being so nervous is to really put all the pressure on the music. So if I'm playing Scheherazade, I want people to leave thinking about the music and not whether Frank Huang played the solos well. I want them to think about whether that melody or that piece was moving to them or affected them in a personal way. So I think just putting the pressure on the music and trying to make it as powerful as possible to make this connection with the audience, somehow for me that takes away the stress of whether people are listening to me or not. It's more about the music.